Yeah, you know what happens when you hear that instrumental kick in. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Commentary. Appreciate you guys. There's so much interaction happening on the channel, man. I appreciated you guys interacting with each other. You guys sending me messages. And you know what? I don't want to be dramatic, but let me just kill the music real quick. All right. Shout out first and foremost, the last video I put up, you guys instantly was hitting me up, asking me what do I think about our wide receiver for LSU, Butte, getting rid of LSU and clearing out his social media, right? And I was like, at first, I was like, that's not good, man. That's not good. He can't take competition like that. But then I had to do a little bit of research. And matter of fact, even on the channel, you guys already started answering each other and was like, yo, Terry, chill. Butte is better than that. In fact, some of the other players are following suit. And from what I'm hearing, LSU has been advising, the negativity and stuff, just get it off of your channel. And let me just say this, all right? If you're on my channel, and I hope you're not on my channel with this foolishness, but if you're a weekend warrior or a couch crusader and you sitting, and I don't want to call these guys kids because they're not kids, but a lot of them are fresh out of high school. I mean, freshmen in college, 18, 19 years old. And they're on the biggest stage trying to perform at the best that they can, right? Representing Louisiana, representing LSU, that purple and gold. And even if you're not an LSU fan and you're a fan of some other university, come on, man, be better. Don't be on these kids, man, social medias. And again, I hate to say the word kids because they're 18, 19. I'm not gonna act like they're grown men, even though they're young men. But come on, be better, man. Don't be on their social medias saying all type of hateful stuff, sending death threats, man. It's a game. At the end of the day, it's a game. Now, if you decide you wanted to bet on the game, that's on you. If you lose money on the game, that's on you. Whatever the case may be, but watch the game responsibly, man. Don't be on these kids' social medias cutting up, man. Do better. Be better. Again, and that's not just for my LSU fans out there, but for other fans out there. Watch the sport, enjoy it. If you lose, take it like a man, just like they're trying to do, and move on to the following week. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to move on to week 2. And there's some games. I'm not going to talk about LSU right now because, we're playing Southern University. So I'm not going to dismiss that game, but I'll talk about it at the end of this podcast. But some week 2 games that I'm excited about, some trap games that I think we should be aware of, and the overall landscape of college football for week 2. All right, let's just jump into it. South Carolina is going to be playing Arkansas. I'll probably skip over that game. I'm expecting Arkansas to handle business. They're going to be in where are they going to be at? They're going to be in Arkansas. So I expect Arkansas to be at home and handle business. Now, the game that I will be paying attention to is happening September 10th at noon. Why is this a noon game? So weird that it's a noon game. Alabama taking on Texas. Texas, according to what I'm looking at right now, is not ranked. And it doesn't even matter that Texas is ranked because anytime Texas plays an SEC school, I'm invested. Because why? Texas is asking to come to the SEC, them in Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, I don't care about too much. But you know what? I've just never been a fan of Texas. Even in my college days when I was at LSU, just never been a fan of Texas. I don't know what it is about Texas. I'm just not a fan of them. They're just so everything's bigger in Texas. Everything's better. Keep your ass in Texas. And so one of the few times I won't be saying that I'm going to be rooting for Alabama, but I expect Alabama to handle business in this case. Because why? They need to show them that when you do transfer over to the SEC, this is what's coming. So I expect Alabama to handle business. We're going to find out a lot about the Longhorn program in this game. But again, to no surprise, I'm expecting Alabama to handle business. And I do expect Alabama to win by at least 2 touchdowns, at most 3, but at least 2. I think Texas is going to try to have some type of pride. And then I think, they're going to fall apart. You know what? I kind of expect a Ohio State Notre Dame game from last week. I think that Texas is going to try to, in the first 2 quarters, keep up with Alabama. And then in the third quarter, Nick Saban is going to do Nick Saban things. He's going to adjust. And then, that's going to be that. Alabama's going to win. Moving on, let's look at some notable games. What are we looking at? Number 24, Tennessee. Number 24, Tennessee. Come on. They're going to be taking on Pittsburgh. In Pittsburgh, number 17, Pitt. Now, this could potentially be... Is it going to be an upset, or do you think Pitt is going to hold down the fort at home and beat Tennessee? What are your thoughts? I want to know about this one. This one's kind of close. I mean, again, number 24 ranked Tennessee, number 17 ranked Pittsburgh. I'm hearing a lot of chatter about Pittsburgh D. I haven't watched Pittsburgh this season yet to really know. And if you're a Pittsburgh fan, holla at your boy. Let me know what's going on. What is Pitt doing? And, obviously, if you're a Pitt fan, you're going to be like, well, we're going to handle business and beat Tennessee. But tell me why. Who should I be on the lookout for? But then again, I've been hearing chatter in the SEC world that Tennessee has a very high-powered offense. So will that be the case? Offense versus defense. Who's going to pull it out? I mean, we'll see. In this game, I think it's going to be a close one. And I got Tennessee winning. Come on. That's all I'm saying. Tennessee fans, there you go. I think it's going to be a field goal win. I think it's going to be a field goal win right there. Tennessee's going to win it. Something along the lines of 24-21. That's what my score is. 24-21 in favor of Tennessee. I think that's going to be a good game, though. And that's going to be happening at 3:30 on Saturday. Moving along, what could be let's see. Looking along. A trap game. USC, Stanford. Now, Stanford is unranked, and there's a lot of talk about number 10 USC with Lincoln Riley out there and the program trying to do a bounce back and be better than ever. And I do believe the last time Stanford played USC, it was a blowout. Stanford won. But in the overall grand scheme of things, USC has been dominating this series between Stanford. But as of late, Stanford, it's been a better program. But with the addition of Lincoln Riley and all these other situations, and then also too, Emmitt Smith. I found out Emmitt Smith's son is on the Stanford's team, and I think he's had. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I believe he had 154 rushing games or 154 rushing yards his last game. So but we will see. I think that's a trap game for USC. I think USC is going to be trying to prove a point. I think Lincoln Riley is going to have those boys ready, but if they're not, I don't think you can overlook Stanford. So I think they're definitely going to come prepared for this game, but it could be a trap game early in the season. What if USC loses to Stanford? Wouldn't that be something? Are there any other notable games as of week 2? Do I see anything else happening? And again, drop me a comment if there's a team that I'm Oh, I did. My bad. The difference a game makes. Florida, I think last week wasn't ranked, but they beat number 7 at the time, Utah, which again, if you missed that game, you missed a really good game. But Florida with the interception to win the game. I watched that game with an interception, and Utah, shout out to y'all because y'all played damn good football. And that quarterback's pretty damn tough too. Just ended up on the wrong side of the ball. But man, SEC, watch out for Richardson. That kid right there, man. He has a lot of potential, a lot of upside. And I hate to say that for as a LSU fan. I'm never gonna, them Gators. They're looking something serious. I'm not saying he's the next coming Tebow or anything like that, but he's looking damn good. I was watching that game, and he's very mobile in the pocket. He can extend plays, and if that pocket breaks down, he's gone. He is fast. So, with that being said, though, Kentucky, most notably known as a basketball school, with Calipari out there, but this number 20 Kentucky is going to be. Are they going to be at the Swamp on Saturday? Oh, they're going to be in the Swamp. This should be a good game to watch. This is why, because I feel like Kentucky. I'm not going to say they're no longer a basketball school, but they're a little less of a basketball school. That's not saying much because that program is amazing. But I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? In the SEC, when you see certain schools back in the day, at least when I was in college, when you saw certain schools on your schedule, you just was like, oh, okay, W. Respectfully, in the SEC for a very long time, and if you're a South Carolina fan, you've just been in shambles for a very long time. I instantly thought I'm not trying to take shots at your program or anything like that, but I just saw you on schedule. I saw W. Kentucky, when I saw football, I was like, give me that W. Vanderbilt, when I see you on the schedule, give me that W. Anybody else in the SEC? Missouri, stop playing. You were good like maybe your first 3 years when you joined the SEC, and then after that, give me that W. But of course, on the West, it's so much trickier on the SEC West side. And the SEC East, I just used to be like Florida, Tennessee every other year, give me that W. I used to just be like Florida, Georgia, y'all really don't have competition. Like, I don't want to hear you talk about the SEC, because all you have is, if you're a Georgia fan, all you got to worry about is Florida. If you're Florida, all you got to worry about is Georgia. The rest of the SEC is a cakewalk. But look at Kentucky now. Kentucky, for the past couple seasons, have been very respectable of a program. They've made it very, I'm not going to say very tough. That's what's not to overdo it. But they've made it pretty tough. And so I'm expecting a good game. And here's the question now. If you're a Florida fan, are you concerned about Kentucky now? Don't be overly confident, because that's where you make a mistake. Yes, you are playing in the swamp, but a well-coached Kentucky team might slip up in that win. Are we saying upset? Because, I mean, man, you beat Utah and you went from unranked to, what am I looking at, number 12? That's going to be a 7 o'clock game. I'll be watching that game. I think that's going to be the game to watch. Them and, again, Tennessee and Pittsburgh. I think those are my two teams. Those are going to be my two games to watch. Because, yeah, everything else looks like it's just going to be a sleeper this week. All right. With that being said, okay. I'm not putting any disrespect on this situation. And yes, I expect LSU to win this game against Southern University. But as an LSU fan, I got to do this because, obviously it's week 2. All right. What are you expecting? What are you looking for from the LSU offense and defense? If you're an LSU fan, drop me a comment. That's my question. I want to know, what are you expecting? What do you expect to see? What changes do you want to see for week 2 of LSU football? What do you expect? Obviously, a W. That's what you expect, obviously. But beyond getting a W, what do you want to see on the field from LSU? What corrections do you want to see made that'll put you in a better mood about the rest of the season? All right, that's going to do it for me. I appreciate you guys for listening. And as always, do hit that like and subscribe. And that notification bell is very important, because when I drop a video like this one, you instantly get notified. So again, I appreciate you guys for listening. And like I said at the beginning of the program, please, social media responsibly, man. Leave these kids alone, right? Till next time, peace.